The cast announcement was released yesterday for Star Wars Episode 9, and announcing the cast for the third part of a trilogy isn't normally this interesting or exciting to me. I mean, third film, we usually have an idea who's gonna be in there, right? So who's back? Obviously Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Lupita Nyong'o, Domhnall Gleeson, Kelly Marie Tran, Eunice Suetamo, who plays Chewbacca, and Billy Lord. The newcomers are Richard E. Grant, you'll know him from Gosford Park, Logan, Jackie, Downton Abbey, and a whole shitload of other movies and TV parts that for the most part I'm not familiar with. And then we have Naomi Ackie, who has been in a few episodes of a few TV series such as Doctor Who and The Five. She was also in the 2016 film Lady Macbeth. And then the final newcomer front and center will be Carrie Russell, who you no doubt know from a lot of things, from Felicity to Mission Impossible 3, from Waitress to The Americans, bouncing between TV and movies. She's also worked with J.J. Abrams multiple times, most notably on Felicity, which J.J. Abrams created and co-wrote, and Mission Impossible 3, which J.J. Abrams directed and co-wrote as well. And we found out that everyone's favorite scoundrel will be back, Lando Calrissian, played by Billy D. Williams, of course. I am incredibly curious how they're going to use Lando in the film. If The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi are any indication, Lando will be humanized rather than a larger-than-life heroic do-gooder, a mythological character that is only there for fan service, right? Lando will be humanized rather than this mythological legend. Han went back to being a smuggler, Luke's failure got the best of him, but he was ultimately redeemed. And Lando? I would be very surprised if we got a mythological, legendary, heroic Lando Calrissian. And that's one of the things I really appreciate with the sequel trilogy. It doesn't turn our characters into statues, forever stuck in time during the snapshot of their lives we witnessed. People are putty, right? They mold, they disappoint, they impress, they surprise. People and characters are complex creatures. I would have rolled my goddamn eyes out of their sockets if Episode 7 opened up with Luke, Leia, Han, and Lando standing side by side, ready to fight the new evil in the galaxy, all for one and one for all. That would have been silly as shit. I'm really excited to see how Lando is used, because I think they're going to continue the complexity rather than the caricaturization. And the announcement says that Luke Skywalker is also back, which I'm pretty excited for. A little Force Ghost action, perhaps? I really have no idea what they're going to do with Luke, but I'm extremely excited to see how he plays into the final chapter of the trilogy. His performance, his presence, the moral quandaries, the failure, the evolution of personality through 30 years of experience on and off screen, and his ultimate redemption in one of the most Jedi moves, most Star Wars-esque scenes, the embodiment of the Force we've seen in a very long time. I am so curious what he's going to be doing in the film. But the big question that most fans had is now answered. What would the series do with Princess Leia as a character? I've heard some folks say that it would be kind of distasteful and disrespectful to kill the character off now. I mean, I don't really see it that way if it serves the story. You know, that would be fine if it serves the story. And CGI seemed out of the question from day one of Carrie Fisher's death. I made a video about resurrecting dead actors a while ago. It's kind of a weird new world for performers to have to think about, you know? But the Episode 9 production is doing what I predicted they would do for a while now, using unused footage from Episode 7, which will be very interesting. Will they rotoscope Leia from this location into a new location that suits this movie? Will they leave the scenes as is and kind of mold the scenarios and situations to what that scene gives them? I have so many questions, but ultimately this is probably the best course of action. I've seen a few people say that they're worried that those particular scenes will feel out of place and wonky, which that's not even a concern of mine whatsoever. Anyway, I'm excited. We have a year and a half or so to wait. Until then, I'll keep reading the comics and the books. I just wish I had some more Star Wars games to play. HelloGreedo, out.